From Cameroon, Mr. Raymond Doumbé.
Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm delighted to welcome not one but two guests this week. Raymond Doumbé, a Cameroonian bass player who has toured the world many a times with huge stars like Miriam, Makeba, Salif Keita and Manu Dibango, to name but a few. He's just released his first ever solo album, Hidden Paradise. And we also have Youenn Roué, who stems from Brittany in France. His band Startijenn fused traditional Celtic sounds and electro rock. Over the last 25 years, they've toured extensively across France and the world, and they've just released their 7th studio album, Talm galon, which means the beat of a heart. Thank you both so much for being here on the France 24 show. Now, you're both respectively from Brittany and Cameroon, and actually, you've been based in Paris for a long time.
1970s.
Yeah, 1970s. Can you tell us a little bit what it was like arriving in Paris and what the jazz scene was like at the time compared to nowadays?
I mean, the jazz scene was very... It was a lot of clubs, especially in the center of Paris, Châtelet. And it was musicians all the time outside, going to one place to another one. And it seems like it's less now. You know, it's many clubs shut down on these small shops. And it's not very jazz club actually in Paris.
Yeah, the sort of organic thing where you just pick up and jam together has kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Now, Youenn, your band Startijenn, you started, it was like a high school project in the 90s. What were your dreams and expectations at the time?
We created the band when we were at secondary school together. We were teenagers. We were dreaming about stages, going abroad and bringing our music abroad and defend our music culture.
And both of you guys have done that extensively over the last, many decades now. We can both say in both cases. Raymond, you've just released your first studio album after years of working with other people. Why was it now that at this grand old age or young age that you decided to do that?
That's a good question, you know, because I thought it was my time to do it. You know, I felt more. How do you say that? Mature. And before I didn't want to compose any songs. I didn't like what I was doing, you know. It's a confidence thing, you know. I was not in confidence, you know, because I used to write songs, but I was like, oh no, it's not good. Nobody will like it, and blah 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 blah. And finally, I just say I don't care. I just do what I'm supposed to do, and I just did it, you know.
Sometimes you just have to do things, and actually, shall we check out one of the tracks? You've said about this record that it was a ode to Africa.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And not only that, but also that musicians, when they tour with each other, touring had a big impact on the composition of it because it's like a different language amongst musicians.
Yeah, because I mean, jazz is a universal music, you know. And what I'm trying to do is to mix the African music and with the jazz players, and because I'm very influenced by the jazz music, you know, and I cannot say that, you know. I mean, I don't find my words, you know, but it's a mixture of music, you know, because in Paris you find all kind of musicians, people from France, from America, from everywhere, and I used to play with different bands, and I think those different things made me like I'm now, you know, with my music, you know.
And any artist in particular that had a pivotal impact on you?
On me? Oof, it's many of them.
Yeah.
Many of them, you know. I mean, I can say Manu Dibango, Makeba, I don't know if you knew Youenn Roué, trumpet player from South Africa. And Bud Bakar. I love Bud Bakar. I love James Brown. I like Jimi Hendrix, all those people, Miriam, Makeba. And I was born with all those music when I was a kid. You know, I used to listen to all kind of music. When I was 12 years old, I used to listen to the rock, to the the Motown, the African music. I'm born into all that music.
Interesting, because you too as well, your band is a complete fusion of traditional Celtic music and Breton music with, I've seen trip-hop and rock, but I found very lot of rock in the last album. What were your influences?
Because Breton music is very local, but we are trying like maybe jazz to get it universal. And so, we have a lot of influences, a lot of ideas coming from American music, African music. So we're trying to do a music universal, but rooted music too.
Well, let's check out one of the tracks from your latest album.
Un danser zo précieux sera comme il stream. Lorsqu'on est à la rame, reste van artifink. Chill out à la jack, à guerrouer, kerdinstink. L'air en en goût, la virus traquelle, du son tuning. Paquet les filles et très ce qu'il faut, on ose et fait le fridig en arrive. Car vous d'Harry, on ordi corps pas bon et son goût corps pas gary.
Singing and rapping even in Breton, that's Skillful and Nos, Claws of the Night. Youenn, what does that mean? Because Claws of the Night sounds a bit like a scary title.
You know Wes Craven?
Yes.
Okay.
Horror movie, director for Scream and all those things.
I want to tell the story of the band in this song, what we are doing, why we are doing this music, and our life together, classmates, going abroad. So a lot of things.
Interestingly, so you sing in Breton, which is not necessarily the most mainstream language in France, but Eurovision Song Contestants of this year are going to be singing in Breton. They're called Alva and Hayes. What do you think of that?
Yeah, very good singers.
Yeah.
I know them. Breton language remains threatened, so it's good to bring the Breton language on TV and in Europe, so to be known.
So we're excited to see that. Any touring dates you'd like to tell us about in the coming...
To start the tour for Talm galon, we will play in the 21st in Paris, in the Studio de l'Hermitage, and after a lot of dates, a lot of shows, mainly in Brittany and in France, and maybe in Belgium.
Yeah.
In August, and after maybe abroad we are.
Yeah, I heard Scotland and Australia maybe on the cards.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And Raymond, what about you? Any tour dates that you can tease?
I'm going to be playing on the 6th of May in the new club that is based in 15 in Paris. They call it the Two Pianos.
Ah, nice place.
It's a very nice place. It's just brand new place, big with a big stage with acoustic piano. Sound engineer, you never see that in Paris. You know? And the club is open since 2 months only.
Okay.
It's not far from here.
Yeah.
You should just walk to go.
I will just walk straight after the show. That's a good idea. Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for, as the news is rearing its head and coming up in just a few minutes on France 24. Remember, Raymond's solo album Hidden Paradise is out already, as is that of Startijenn. They'll be kicking off, as I said, their French tour on the 21st of May in Paris. And don't forget, you can stay updated with all our culture news on france24.com. And of course, our social media platforms. We're going to wrap up the show with a lovely live performance from Raymond and this track that's called In the South.